Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Alyssa Rose and today we're going to be going over every NHL team's reverse retro jerseys and ranking them based on if I like them at all, because some of them suck. Like a lot. So not gonna lie, I have all of the pictures on my computer. I've secured the goods, and obviously I'll be flashing them up on the screen when I talk about them, but I'm just gonna start by saying that personally I prefer most of the jerseys in the most recent Reverse Retro, which is the 2022 Reverse Retros. Most of these are my favorite, with Anaheim. Now, Anaheim, right? Anaheim's a team. And that's all I can say about them. Do I wish they stuck with the turquoise and purple? Yeah, I do. For the 2022, I prefer that color scheme, personally. I'm just not a huge fan of orange jerseys, especially when they're done way too overdone. I'm looking at you, the Flyers, because an entire orange jersey is not a great look, and I hate it. But the 2022 Reverse Retro, I like how they did it. The orange is very subtle, and I like the model they have in the picture. She's wearing a turtleneck. I love that. I love turtlenecks with jerseys. And it works really well with the V-neck and the NHL logo being orange as well, to throw back to the 90s too. And it has, you know, the classic crossed hockey sticks with the goalie duck mask on it. I personally like it. I like it a lot more than the 2021 Jumping Wild Wing, because it looks weird to me. Like, why is he wearing your jersey on your jersey? That jersey looked like an AHL team. No, not even an AHL team, like an ECHL team. Like, this is like minor leagues. Like, this is like a beer league jersey. I don't like it. Next, Arizona. Now, Arizona. I love you. I love the Kachina. It is my favorite thing. This is the one of some, that I prefer the 2021 one better. The 2021 is the purple with the desert scene at the bottom. It still has a Kachina on it. And then this year's is burnt orange for some reason. The Kachina looks very similar, though on the newest one, it's maroon, kind of reddy maroon, rather than in the original one, orange to match the sandy bottom. That one's my favorite, and I think it's one of the best ones. They knew they weren't going full Kachina. They knew they weren't going this jersey that everyone loves, the original one, the maroony red one. That's awesome. They knew they weren't going that route, so they went really unique, and I love it. I think it's actually really freaking cool. And personally, I'm a lover of purple, especially purple jerseys. Purple is such an underrated color in jerseys. It doesn't get used enough. Right there, beautiful. I love it. If you give me purple, I will love it. But I do like that jersey a lot. I love it, actually. And I think it's really unique that they did the little landscape on the bottom. I love it. I think it's sick. Like, I think it's awesome. Now, the newest one is obviously same concept. It has the landscape at the bottom. It's more subdued, which is fine. I just personally prefer the purple one and the purple coloring over the more neutral one. But the burnt orange is just a weird color choice, personally. I don't get why the jersey's burnt orange. Like, if you wanted to go with an orange, do the same thing you did last year and do the orange landscape, you know? It's just weird that the jersey overall is orange. Like, you're not an orange team. Like, what is happening? Next, we have the Calgary Flames. 2 in a row, baby. Which one do I prefer? Blasty, obviously. I prefer the 2021 one with Blasty on it. Legend. Honestly, I'm all for fun jerseys. I think if you're gonna do a concept like this, if you're gonna do reverse retros, if you're gonna do these new alternate jerseys, like, if you think about it before, I'm gonna use the Penguins as an example. All our alternates before this were, like, boring. Like, our alternate from 2020 and 2019, I think it's actually 2019, it's just an all yellow jersey. That's it. And then they wore yellow helmets with it. Like, personally, I like them, but also, it's boring. Like, this is why I feel like the NHL's kind of stagnant where it is, because they really just are stuck on keeping it the same. And these jerseys are so fun. They're so fun and I love them. I'm out of breath. This one, I mean, like, not that I dislike Calgary's this year. It's just weird. Like, why is there a random slash? Like, why is there a random slash there? Please tell me. I wish I knew. It looks like somebody ripped the jersey and then tried to fix it and did it wrong. Or in the factory where they were making them, they had the bottom trim and then it fell on and no one noticed and it got just stitched on. And they were like, sure. Like, why is it black? I love the sleeves. Honestly, I love the red to the yellow to the white to the black. Like, the sleeves, I think those are awesome. I love the sleeves. I also like the white Flames logo. I think that looks really slick and really clean. And I mean, I get it. Like, it's a fine jersey. The bottom, I cannot get over. The weird color patching, I cannot get over. And just the Blasty one is so much better. Like, that one is just so much better. With the colors, it's bright, it's fun, and I love it. This is gonna be a trend. It's gonna be a trend. So next we have the Edmonton Oilers, who we're gonna get away from the 2021 love, and I hate it. It's so boring. Why is it white? It looks weird. It's just dumb. Not that it looks weird, it just looks like an away jersey. Like, oh, you did different stripes. Like, what do you want me to say about it? It's boring. I mean, like, it's the Oilers logo, so it's fine. But if somebody held up, like, a home jersey and an away jersey, but instead of the away jersey, it was the reverse retro jersey, I would not be able to tell that it wasn't the actual away jersey. It's just white. You gave nothing. You gave nothing to this. And then they heard our screams and our prayers from last season. Once they brought back Blasty, you know, they brought back all these cool other old jersey logos. And we were like, but where? Where's the oil drop logo? Where is it? It's so cool. Bring it back. And they brought it back. I adore it. See, once again, we're gonna get into the I love fun jerseys. But also, I just think this one looks so cool. The oil drop in general is such a sick concept, right? You have this gear with an oil drop in it, and it's kind of like a meteorite. It was made by a comic artist, I'm pretty sure. And I just think it looks sick. Like, it's such an interesting jersey. It's so fun. The only thing I will say I don't love is the white border at the bottom. I don't love jerseys like that unless it's like all white, like this other one I'm looking at, like the Winnipeg Jets one, which we'll get to at the end obviously, but that jersey's all white already. So the white strip at the bottom makes sense and I think it looks fine. But when the jersey is like this black, like navy blue color, it's weird that there's just a white stripe on the bottom. You know what I mean? Next up we have the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, I don't love either of these jerseys, but I have to pick one. And the one I hate more is the 2022 version, because they were like, you know what we're gonna do? Put a black line in the middle and then write Chicago on it. What? Seriously, you couldn't think of anything else. I don't have any words because it's boring. It's just dumb. Like, I mean, if you were going for like 1920s, sure, which I feel like maybe they were like, we're really going for like OG, you know, like when jerseys were actually made out of sweaters, which is a fun little trivia fact, I guess I'll throw in there if you didn't know. The reason that some people call jerseys sweaters is because they actually used to be made of sweater material, like they were sweaters. They were made with like wool, like knitted and stuff like that, so I get that from a historical point of view, and it's kind of cool, but not for a reverse retro. Like, that's like a, oh, this is like a limited edition, like, anniversary jersey, you know, it's like back to our roots. But it's just boring. Like, I get the concept, and I get that they're trying to be like, well, this is what it originally looked like, you know, the minimalistic, the stuff like that, which is fine, right? But it's just boring. So now the 2021 one. I don't love it. It's, you know, a very stereotypical, pretty racist caricature of a Native American. And this one's even worse because it has these weird facial features that are oddly defined for some reason. It's very stereotypical. It's not entirely historically correct for the natives of that region, but it's better than the other one. That's all I have to say about it. And if you want to argue about the Blackhawks logo and whether or not they should use a person as a mascot, specifically one that they're using very racist stereotypes on, that is a conversation we can have a whole nother day, because that is an issue. And if you're like, I know sports fans have an issue with this, where they think that everything cannot be political, but at our being, where we are today as a society, it is. And it's impossible to make this bubble where it's not, because these are real people with real lives, and they all have politics, they all have opinions and biases and stuff, and it's important to talk about them, whether you disagree with them or not. That's all I say in it. Let's move on. Next up, we have the Colorado Avalanche. And honestly, I like the Nordiques one. I do. I think it's very cool. It's not my favorite, but it's better than the 2022 one. The 2022 one is just their flag on a white jersey with weird color blocked shoulders. I mean, like, it's a fine jersey. Yeah, it's cool, I guess. Colorado. Yeah, I guess. But it's just boring. It's just the sea, and then, like, I mean, the colors are cool, but personally, it has nothing on the Nordiques logo. I love the fleurs at the bottom. They're so fun. I love the maroon with the light blue. Honestly, I'm not normally a fan of white jerseys, but this jersey just hits different, dude. It looks so nice, and I love it. And, you know, I think it's just a very cool homage to the Quebec Nordiques, and it's a really pretty jersey. It's just really nice. I love the colors, everything about it. And then the most recent one is just boring, in my opinion. I don't know. like once again, I get the concept, I get that it's your flag and everything, but like, I don't know, it's fine, guys, it's fine. But I just personally like the Nordiques one better. It is a little difficult where these teams where they haven't been around very long to make reverse retros, so I get that. That's a hard thing to do when you haven't been around that long. But also, just wanted to put this out there before we get to it, because I just remembered Seattle wasn't a thing yet. So this was like pre-Seattle. So the original one's pre-Seattle. There's no Seattle. There's only 31 teams on the first one. And then the second one, we have Seattle. I just remember that. Just wanted to say that before I even got there. Next up, we have the Dallas Stars. Love the Dallas Stars. They have a place in my heart, and I will always love them. You can't see, but I have a Dallas Stars thing on my wall over there. Love them. They are my second favorite team. If I had to pick a second, they are my favorite, and I'm obsessed with them. And I'm not gonna take any shit from people who are like, you can't like more than one team, when, like, fuck off. I don't care. If I want to emotionally put myself into these two teams, I'm going to, and I can. So I'm so glad that you emotionally cannot handle that, but I can, so suck it up, Buttercup. Sorry about that little rant. But this is a hard one because I love the design of the original one. I think they look awesome if it wasn't white. And then they heard our thing, they heard us saying that we don't like the white version, so they made a black one, but they made it different. It's just the original Dallas Stars logo, you know, with the big star and the Dallas and everything on it. I think it's sick. You know, this Stars logo is fine too, but if this color pattern, this colorway, was on the original one, it would be one of the best reverse retros that they made. It's not. But the older one is still better than the newer one, in my opinion, just purely based on how it's made and what it looks like. It looks like the 90s one, like when they won the cup. It looks like that, and it's awesome. So, we're gonna have to go with the OG one here. Next up, we have the Minnesota Wild. Now, the Minnesota Wild. It is the same exact jersey, but one is green and one is white. Basically, it's like, do you like white jerseys or do you hate white jerseys? And I don't love white jerseys. This one, I don't love as a white jersey. I think it looks dumb. When you have it on that white background, it just looks like Subway. I don't know what else to say. See, this is the thing. They didn't even use the North Stars logo. Like, I get that it's the Dallas Stars, and they're not you anymore, but like, you're in Minnesota. Just using North Star, like, a little reference, change your logo a little bit. It's just the same logo, but different colors. That's literally it. And I hate it, it's so boring. But the green one is better. The new one is better. That's all I have to say about that. So we're moving on to the next one. The LA Kings. The LA Kings. I love these jerseys. And this is a really difficult choice, honestly. These are both awesome. Like, we're gonna go back to what I said earlier about Arizona. I love purple jerseys. This LA jersey, the original Purple Kings jersey with the yellow, is beautiful. And it is everything I could ever want. And it really annoys me that they're not that anymore. And then they were like, you know what colors we are? Black, white, and gray. Oh, okay. Awesome. So you just took away every color. And you chose gray and white. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. But anyways, both of these jerseys are beautiful. I love them. I love everything about them. I love both the logos, the Crown logo, the Kings logo. I love both of them. They're beautiful. But personally, I prefer the all purple one than the white with purple arms and shoulders. That's just my opinion. I'm not a large fan of white jerseys, but I also think the nostalgia in the first one is just everything to me, because this jersey made me go feral when they announced it. I was so fucking excited. My mind was blown. I was so happy. So I have to go with the original one here. Next up, we have the San Jose Sharks. This might be controversial. I do not know. I know a lot of people love the Oakland Seals one, but the OG Sharks logo is just so awesome. I love that logo. It's so awesome. It's so sick. I love everything about it. Like, San Jose came into the league as a California team, and then they named themselves the Sharks, and they were like, you know what? We're gonna go full force into this and just make our freaking mascot be eating a hockey stick, and they nailed it. It's so awesome. I wish they still used this logo. Honestly, not even gonna lie, I wish they still used this logo, because it's honestly one of my favorites. So this is a really hard decision, because I do actually really like the Oakland Seals jersey. Once again, it's so white, and I just can't get over it. Like, I get it, but I just wish there was a little bit more color on it, and it's a really cool concept. I love that they gave the Oakland Seals a spotlight, because I think that's awesome. Like, I think that's what the Minnesota Wild should have done with the North Stars. Even though you're not the same team, pay homage to the team that was in the city before you, right? And I think that's awesome. But personally, I have to go with the original one, just because I love it. I don't know, it's the gray with the original logo and the teal. It just looks so nice. Next up, we have the Vancouver Canucks. This is hands down one of the easiest decisions I had to make in this, because the Vancouver Canucks original OG Reverse Retro jersey was just their jersey. It was basically the same jersey and logo. And then their newest one is the Lumberjack Man, and I love it so much. It looks so awesome. I love the cream coloring. I love the Lumberjack Man. I love the green arms. I love everything about it. And I want it. And I just love it. I love it. So the newest one wins. It's just so awesome, and I adore it. And nothing could be better than that. And I just, honestly, I love it so much, and that's all I can really say about it because I'm speechless. Next up, we have the Vegas Golden Knights. This might also be controversial, I don't know, but I've always hated the original jersey. I thought it looked stupid. Why is it all red? And why did you use your arm, your shoulder patch logo? You're not even red. That's not even one of your colors. And it's all red? Really bold of you to go all red. Like, I know Vegas, okay, this is one of the teams that doesn't have a history. This was their second year in the league, I think. One, I think it's dumb that it's all red. I love the Vegas one this year. I love that it glows in the dark. That's so cool. Vegas is such a cool city, and you have such a cool concept. You need to pull it all in there. So the glow in the dark is just perfect. I love the diagonal Vegas. I think it looks cool, really cool with that font, and then the gold thing on the bottom. I think it looks awesome. And incorporating it to glow in the dark is just so Vegas. And I think that's what you need to do with a team that has no history like that, is to just really absorb your city and just really be like, what is Vegas about? And that is so cool. So it is the new one, and I think it's awesome that it glows in the dark. Next up, we have the Nashville Predators. This one is also really easy. It's just, in the original one, it's just a yellow jersey with white blocked shoulders, normal Predators logo, but it's more white, I think. Unless I'm going insane and it's not more white, I don't know. But the newest one, once again, another thing that we were all so pissed about, that they didn't use this logo originally. The dopey cat. The cat that looks drugged out of his ass. It's my favorite. I think it's hilarious, and I love it. Also, I love there's what looks to be like a scratch on the arm. So like the black looks like is like scratch marks, which I think is awesome. But the dopey cat wins it. It could be the ugliest looking jersey physically, but it has the dopey cat on it, so I love it. Then we have the St. Louis Blues. Another one. Why is it red? You're not red. You've never been red. Why are you red? Unless they were red in like the 60s that I don't know of, which they might have been. If they were, I guess I'll put it here. But I had a really cool jersey besides that. The logo's really cool. But I mean, honestly, the red works with the blue. It's just weird. I like the yellow color. I think that's cool. But the St. Louis Blues ones this year, see, this is difficult because everyone loves this year's jersey, but I don't. I think it looks stupid. I think it looks like the jersey that everyone got so mad about and said was so ugly that they just never played in it. I think that's what this one looks like. Like, I love the coloring. I love that it's all yellow, but the logo's so dumb. So this might be controversial, but I kind of hate this year's jersey. I don't know why. The logo's just so stupid to me. I can't get over it. Though I really like the blue at the bottom of the sleeves. I think it looks awesome. So, we gotta go with the OG, because I think this one just looks so awesome. It looks clean and slick, and I love it for some reason. Next up, we have the Winnipeg Jets. So the Winnipeg Jets original jersey is just gray with a circular Jets logo on it. Like, I like the logo, but why is it gray? Once again, it's just a white jersey with a circular Jets logo on it. I don't even know what to say. Like, really, they're the same jersey, but different colors. And because I have to go off that, I like the gray one more. I like the captain logo more. I like how it has blue around it. It's white with a blue outline. I think that's sick. I actually really like the shoulders. I think it looks really cool. But yeah, so that's also another team that doesn't have very old history because their team moved. but, you know, they are incorporating that old Jets logo because Arizona didn't use it, so. Next up, we have the Boston Bruins. Oh boy. Boston, Boston, Boston. I hate this original one, it's just yellow. Like, you know how I was complaining about the alternate jersey was just like a different color? Like, that's just what they did. They just took a yellow jersey, and then the sleeves on the bottom are just white for some reason, so it looks like someone cut it off and then just sewed on a white cuff. Like, that's what it looks like. It's so weird. I don't like that, if you can tell from what I'm saying. I actually really like this year's, the newest one, the Bears. He's kind of cool. Also, I like the weird, like, I don't want to call it, like, chevron, because it's not, but the, like, little spiky things at the bottom. I think that looks really cool. But personally, I really like that logo. I think it's really sick. Next up, we have the Buffalo Sabres. Now, this one's easy, because I don't like the original one. Once again, they used a logo that just looks like a shoulder patch logo. It's, you know, the circle with the two swords crossed, and I think it was originally a logo that they used on their chest, but it doesn't look like one. And that's what's so weird about it. And then there's just a big weird line that says Buffalo on it. It's so weird and random, and I don't like it. I hate it, actually. Their newest one is boring, but it's so much better than that one. Like, you had so many great... Like, why isn't it red? You should have brought back the red. Like, why is it white again? I don't get it. I love that logo. I really do like that logo. I feel like the Sabres should bring it back, but that's just my personal opinion. But I just feel like it could use a little pop of red, you know? Like, a little, like, oh, we used to be red. Like, we used to wear red with it. Like, that would be so cool. But now I guess it's just white. So the new one wins by default. The Detroit Red Wings. This is difficult because they both suck. Detroit did the same thing that Chicago did and went, you know what, we're just going to do a black line that says our name on it with an all-red jersey. There's just slightly different than Chicago's because they have thinner lines and no white lines. No white lines because they don't like that. But then their original one is just the Detroit Red Wings logo on a white jersey. Like, how am I supposed to pick? You just have your away jersey, and then one that just says your name across the chest. I don't know, I don't even have an answer. Because I hate the Detroit one, but honestly, I think it looks better than the old one. Because it's more creative. So just purely because of that, I have to go with a new one. I have to go with the freaking block Detroit. Just because they put more time and effort into making a new jersey. Next up, we have the Florida Panthers. This one is difficult because I love both of these jerseys a lot. Also, sorry that I keep looking down. I'm just looking at the pictures here. Because I love both of these jerseys a lot. Now, the only thing that makes this win is the logo. So we're going to start with the newest one. I love that color so much. I love that blue with the red and the yellow and the navy blue. It looks awesome. It looks amazing. And I actually really like that middle logo. But once again, it just looks like a shoulder patch logo. And that's the only reason that the older one wins. Because this logo is such an iconic logo. The only way it could make it better was it was breaking a stick originally, I'm pretty sure. And that's the only thing that would make the older one better. But that's the only reason it wins, is because I love that logo so much. Next up, we have the Carolina Hurricanes. I almost said the Hartford Whalers because that's what their original Reverse Retro is, which is pretty cool. I actually kind of like it. I think it's sick. But I don't love the colors of the original one. Like, why is it gray? But anyways, the newest Reverse Retro is just Canes across the chest with little black squares on the bottom. Like, that's just an alternative jersey. I don't get it. So from that reaction, if you can tell, I'm choosing the original one with the Hartford Whalers because that's just sick. Like, you have the Hartford Whalers. You have that team logo and design and you can use it, so use it. Don't come over here and make a new jersey and be like, Reverse Retro. No! You just put Canes across the chest. Like, what does that even mean? So stupid. Sorry, Canes, I love you, I do, but like, geez, I hate it. Next up, we have the Columbus Blue Jackets. So this one is not difficult for me personally. The newest one, once again, with the weird black blocking in the middle. I do like the blue down the sleeves and on the shoulders. I think that's cool with the white lining on it. I think that's cool. But it's just your logo you use now. Not even slightly changed or colored slightly different in any way, shape, or form. So whatever, I guess. But this one, with the C and the B and then the hockey stick, is just awesome. It's such a cool logo, and I think it's so sick. Like, if you're going reverse retro, you have to go full in, and I think this is awesome. I actually really love this logo, and I kind of feel like it should be their logo normally, because, like, look how sick it is. It's awesome. I love the jersey's red. The red is so cool, and I love everything about it. I love everything about it. So that one wins. We're coming to the home stretch, guys. Next up, we have the New Jersey Devils. And the original one is the green one, right? Where it's the green with the red. That's like, what, 90s, I think? That one's cool. It's just, I don't know, I can't get over the green. Like, I get it was a thing, but I don't love it. Like, I normally love green. Like, I'm all for green jerseys. Like, I love them, but, like, that's a weird green. It looks like Christmas, and I can't get over that. Like, it's really hard to make a green and red jersey and make it not Christmas, and they didn't achieve that. But their new jersey, I just love that jersey. Like I said, I'm not a fan of white jerseys most of the time, but this jersey's awesome. I just love the color scheme. I love the logo. The logo is sick. I love, like, the outlining, and they added yellow, and they added this navy blue, and it just looks awesome. Like, I get that the green one's, like, the actual one that they used to wear, but this one just looks so nice. I don't know why I love it so much. I think it's that the red and the blue and the yellow just look so good together, and I'm obsessed with it. And I think that's why, but I love it. I really do. Next up, we have the New York Islanders. Now, this is also another not tough choice at all, because they just took, for their first reverse retro, it was like, we'll just have a blue jersey with our logo on it. You know, the logo that we currently use. It's just the same jersey. It's so boring. And then, after we incessantly cried out, there's one logo we miss. There's one logo you need to use. Please bring him back. They did. They brought him back. They brought him back. The man, the myth, the legend, the Islanders fisherman. They brought him back, and I love him. So this jersey has to win. Also, it just looks so much better. Like, it's just so much cooler. You actually tried to make a different jersey instead of just using the same concept, which is what annoys me about sports jerseys sometimes. Next up, we have the Montreal Canadiens. Now, both of these jerseys are a little bit controversial. I've seen some people absolutely adore them and some people absolutely hate them. Now, they're very interesting jerseys, but the one thing about one of these I like more is just that I feel like it's more interesting. It looks cooler, in my opinion. And the one that I think just looks better in general is the newer one with the baby blue and the navy blue and the red. I just think it makes that baby blue, it makes the red stand out more, and I think the blocking of the navy in the middle, it just looks cool. And since they're pretty similar jerseys, they're both blue with red. Also, in the newer one, I like the blue color more than the red color, because the red color just looks kind of weird. It looks out of place, like you used the wrong color on this jersey. But it works with this one because there's already blue on the jersey and it makes sense. So I gotta go with the newer one. Next up, we have the Ottawa Senators. Now, the Ottawa Senators are on a big roll, dude. And honestly, I love that they brought their old logo back, and that is their logo they're using now, because it looks so much better than the one they used to use. Like, this guy looks so much better than this guy, and it's just like, look at them. They're very similar jerseys. They're both red and black, but personally I like the newer one just because it's mainly black with the really cool red blocking on their shoulders and the lines. I just think it looks more sleek. I'm a fan of black jerseys, especially black and red. I think black and red is such a good combo, especially on sports jerseys, and Ottawa did it really well here, I think. I think it looks really nice, and I kind of love everything about it. Not that the old one is bad. It looks fine. It's just personally I prefer the black one over the red one. They're very close, but the black one just edges it out a little bit more. Next up, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning. And once again, this is a very easy decision in my opinion, because one of these looks like an infant made it. So, let's start with that one, shall we? And, if you didn't know, the one I hate is the new one, because it looked like someone just took out MS Paint and used word art. Like, there's fire on the arms for some reason. There's, like, rain. So, the rain is just lines. And that's, like, how a 2-year-old draws rain. And then there's also, like, waves on the bottom, which I think is cool. But it looks weird. It breaks up the jersey too much, and I hate it. And the one thing I cannot get over is the stupid flame lightning on the sleeves. I think it looks so dumb. Like, when you come from your original one with the really slick, nice early 2000s logo, and it just looks so awesome, and I love the color blocked white shoulders. I think it looks awesome. And then you go to that, it looks like a 2-year-old made it. I'm so sorry to whoever designed it, but I just hate everything about it. Like, they really went full 90s nostalgia on that, and I hate it because they literally went too overboard. The waves were cool, sure. The rain, I hate it. It looks dumb. And then the stupid fire sleeves. Everything about it I hate. Okay. Sorry, I'll stop ranting about that jersey now. Next up, we have the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, honestly, this one, you know, it's I don't know. This one was kind of difficult because they're both very similar jerseys, and the one that won because I feel like it looks more nostalgic, right? Because it's a different Leafs logo. So the new one has basically the Leafs logo they use now, which is more white. It has white blocking on the shoulders and more white lines, but it's basically just a blue. It's just basically just a home Maple Leafs jersey, which honestly, I kind of like the home Maple Leafs jerseys. I think they look really nice and really sleek. I really like them. I actually really like the new Leafs logo, but from a reverse retro standpoint, I like the original one. I like the original one with the older logo with the less pointy little microscopic details we have here. And I love the white going down the sleeve. I think that's awesome and I love it. Also, I love the white collar. I think it really breaks it up really nice and I think it makes it look really good. Next up, we have the New York Rangers. So these jerseys are very similar to each other. They both use the Rangers Statue of Liberty jersey. They're just slightly different colors. And the one that I like more is actually the original one, just because it's like all navy and I think it looks a lot sleeker. And I love the Statue of Liberty logo is probably one of my favorite logos of all time in the NHL. I think it's awesome. I don't know why, it's just so cool and it's so detailed and I love it. Honestly, I love it a lot. I really do. And I personally prefer the navy one. I think it makes the logo stand out more instead of taking away some of the attention with the new one with the red arms and the red backing. And then there's like a random black line for some reason. Like, I think it looks fine, but I just personally prefer that one because it really lets the logo be its own thing. It really lets it talk. It really lets it be the center of attention as it should be, in my opinion. Whew, we got 4 more to go, guys. Next up, we have the Philadelphia Flyers. So, I'm so sorry, Flyers. Like, I don't know. This one just doesn't have the Flyers logo on it. Hold on. Oh, here it is. I'm just blind. Okay. This is gonna surprise you because I've been complaining about white jerseys this entire time, but I actually prefer the new one, the white jersey, because it just looks so much more sleek. I really like the orange bottom of the sleeves and then the black with the like cutout here. I think it looks really cool. Honestly, that one's my favorite. The other one just kind of looks boring. I don't like the color blocking with the black on the shoulders. I don't know why. I just don't love it. it looks weird. I think it's because it's such a different color. Like the black blocking works on the white more because I feel like the white stands out so much more. It's like obvious. And with the orange, it just is weird because there's like a white line. I don't know. It's such a random thing, but I prefer the new one. We have my favorite team, the Pittsburgh Penguins. And, you know, this one was difficult because I do really love the diagonal Penguins jersey with the Pittsburgh down it. And I didn't really even mind the white. I would have preferred it to be black, but like, I didn't mind the white. I thought the white was cool, actually. I thought it let the Pittsburgh stand out more. I thought it let, you know, not the jersey be the center of attention, but the logo be the center of attention. But I just, you know, the Robo pen, and this jersey is just awesome. I love the yellow shoulders. I love the diagonal yellow sleeves and the block. I just, you know, I love it, honestly. I just really love it. I think the orange NHL logo looks really cool with the yellow. I think it looks awesome. So I prefer this one. Though it's funny because I prefer this one. Both my parents hate this logo for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like it's because most of the time when they wore this logo, they kind of sucked. And my parents have been Penguins fans for like their whole lives. So they like went to games all the time in the 90s. You know, because, like, they were young, they were in their 20s, you know, like, and games used to be really cheap, so they would go to games all the time, and I feel like they lost all the time, and that's why my parents don't like this logo, but that's just my very total, very professional hypothesis. But I prefer the new one with the Robo Pen logo. Last of the original ones, we have the Washington Capitals. Now, the Washington Capitals, they didn't really change it very much. It's a very similar logo, and by they didn't change it much, I mean the logo. See, this is difficult because I really do like the Screeching Eagle logo, but personally I feel like I like the red one better. I think it stands out so much more. It looks so much more cool. I think it's very Washington, you know, with the red and the blue and the white. Like, I really like the white line around the collar, which I didn't think I would, but I love that on that. I think it looks really cool. I think it really brightens the jersey up. I really like it. Yeah, I really prefer the red one over the black one. The black one's fine. I do like the Capitals thing on the bottom. Kind of. I like the like lighter blue that they use. I think that's kind of cool. But I don't know. Personally, I just prefer the red one. I think the red one looks better. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. Lastly, we have the Seattle Kraken, who did not get an original reverse retro jersey because they didn't exist. So there's this year is basically just all teal with black lines on it, which is fine, I guess. But also, what they should have done, in my opinion, is when they came out, they told us their colors are navy, teal, and salmon pink, right? There has never been an NHL team that has had a jersey that has been pink. And honestly, being Seattle, being this fun new team that was like, everyone loves us. Everyone kind of hated Vegas, but I feel like so many people loved Seattle, me included. But I don't know, like, I feel like it would have been so much cooler. Like, imagine this jersey was pink, right? All salmon pink, and the black lines were teal. That would have been insane, right? That would have been awesome. This jersey's just boring. I don't know. Like, I love that it's mainly teal. I'll get off the salmon route. If I'm not allowed to change it, I do love that it's teal. That's such a pretty teal. It's like a minty, you know, it's more on the minty side than it is teal side, like San Jose teal. But it's so pretty that it's such a pretty color. And I just wish the black would have been navy instead of black. I feel like that works better. But yeah, so if we do a reverse retro next season, I guess Seattle will finally get their second one. And we'll see then if it's any better than this one, which hopefully it has, because most of these got a lot better this season than they did last time. And yeah, so that was my favorite reverse retro of every NHL team from the last two reverse retros. This is my personal opinion, and I'm really sorry if you disagree with me, or if I said your favorite jersey was not the better one. I'm sorry. Obviously, we all have our own personal tastes, and no one's gonna like the same exact things. I think these jerseys are jerseys, and I think they're fine, But at the end of the day, this is just a money grab, and we have to understand that. I know it's super fun to get new jerseys, but before it gets too serious, they don't really care if we like the jerseys or not. They just want us to buy the jerseys. So let's just think about that before we start attacking everybody. But yeah, so comment down below if you agreed with any of the ones I said, or if you disagreed with any of the ones I said. Which is your favorite reverse retro, whether it's your favorite team or just your favorite in general. Like, my favorite reverse retro has to be the LA Kings all purple one. The LA Kings are not my favorite team, but that is my favorite reverse retro. I'm obsessed with it. I really want one. But yeah. So, and if you like this video, if you want more hockey, more sports videos, let me know. Subscribe, comment. I have a Linktree that I have in the description below that has all my social medias. Go follow me there. Twitter, I mostly just talk about sports on there. So if you want a more direct sports contact, just do Twitter. But yeah, so yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this once again. But yeah, so also I forgot, please give this a like. Giving this a like really helps. It really ups me in the algorithm because I don't really post very often. But it's really fun, and I really enjoyed making this video because I love talking about sports, specifically hockey, and specifically hockey jerseys. Hockey jerseys are probably one of my favorite things. I think they're really fun, and I love owning them and looking at them and everything. So yeah, so do all that. I really hope you guys enjoyed this once again. Sorry I keep saying that, but yeah. So hopefully I'll have another sports video up soon. Though I don't know when, because my semester starts in a week, basically my spring semester, so we'll see. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.